Yesterday, I made a video about the importance of a mission that is greater than yourself, and I explained why. And it was basically a video that explains my own mission and why you need a mission. In this video today, I will give you some practical tips on how you can pursue that greater vision and how you even find that. Because when you awaken to the realization that, oh, you're part of this whole thing, and what you may need to do is somehow contribute to the whole to actually help yourself, because that's what it is. It's important to remember that you have to take baby steps at first. You are not supposed to just go out and have this grandiose vision right away. No, it gradually comes. That's for me. It was like that. I've been so clueless, and I've been in this state of purposelessness, and I just felt really lost. And then there was these really subtle things that started to emerge through meditations and through contemplating and studying different teachings. And then somehow came the idea to create this YouTube channel, and now I've recorded something around 50 videos that has to do with purpose, and that's kind of my playing field. I realized that the main point why I even do this is to help people become more of themselves, to raise awareness and expand consciousness. That's kind of the golden thread, because that all leads to purpose. Once you realize who you are and your geniuses, your traits, and your things, your preferences, that's when you find your purpose. People don't feel a sense of purpose because they are so lost from themselves. They can't sit still with themselves. They think that they need to ask for directions from external sources, because that's just how they're used to live. And once you start questioning that, and you start being like, oh, this feels really scary to listen to myself. Why would I listen to myself? I just have stupid ideas. I just have these really weird, awkward things. And that's how it goes in the beginning. I've overcome so many of these fears and these negative beliefs about myself, and I'm just like, how can I speak in front of a camera? I don't like my voice. I don't like how I look. It's like I have this flaw, that's why I can't do it. And then when I just push through, then I realize, oh, next level. And then suddenly it's like, oh, now this feels comfortable. Oh, then there's like, whoa, there's a new fear. Oh, there's this new depth to this thing, and there's new patterns. But every time you get a breakthrough, you realize that there is purpose in the struggle. And you realize like, wow, all the struggles I've had actually has led me to this moment when I get to decide, wow, I can choose my mission in life, and I do it by listening to myself. I start to train my intuition. I made a video about that, you can check it here. I can train my intuition better. I can learn how to listen to myself. I can learn how to trust myself. And that way, suddenly, I know what I want because I listen to me and not all these external things, not religion, not government, not family. No one else can know what you are here to do. And only by turning inwards, actually canceling the noise all around you, you can start to find the signal, because we all have it. And I know it's annoying because I've been in the situation when I'm just like, what are these people talking about? I have no clue what they're talking about. What signal? What? Are you delusional? And yes, it feels like you're delusional. It feels like you're going crazy. You're alone. You're like, shit, what am I supposed to do? And that has to do with the modern age and evolution, where it's brought us that we are not in the survival mode physically anymore, most of us. And this kind of reveals this deep sense of wow, I'm empty. The Netflix didn't fill me up anymore, and these hamburgers didn't really satiate my deep sense of hunger for purpose. And this is when the change can start. When you finally realize that you don't know anything. You basically don't know anything about life, anything. And the more you can let go of the things you thought you know, and you go into more esoteric concept, and you start to really understand that the moment is all there is, but the moment is scary because the moment is unknown. So it's so easy to get stuck on the past or think about the future, because if I'm responsible in the moment right now for what my future might look like, that means that I actually have to take the action and do the things that I want for me to get there. And that's scary because I don't know, maybe if I fail, maybe if I get ashamed, oh, there's so many fears, I can't do that, and there's excuses. And when you let go of all those excuses and explanations and surrender, and you realize, I don't know shit. I don't know shit. I just talk from experience on how confusing this can be, and then you suddenly start to hear this tiny signal inside, and you're like, wow, what am I passionate about? What gets me into flow state? Oh, what am I curious about? What is the thing that I can't stop talking about? What is the thing that I can't stop thinking about? And you're like, wow, it was much more simple than I thought, because it's really difficult to find a purpose when you search for it externally, when you try to find the answers from the outside. It's just confusing. And you can't trust yourself because all the knowledge and information and advice that comes from the outside didn't work for me. How can I trust myself when I trusted that? And then you realize, whoa, the first error here was that I put my decisions, I outsourced my decision making to someone else. And that's the first error. And when you realize that, you're like, wow, I get to jump back on the driver's seat. Cool. Oh, I didn't even realize that I was in the passenger seat. You didn't even realize that, wow. And this is part of my mission, to help you realize that you are able to jump over to the driver's seat right now if you choose to, but you have all your beliefs and all this conditioning that says that no, you have to sit here in the passenger seat. This is the place for you. Don't become strong. Don't become empowered. Don't choose for yourself. That's not beneficial for those people who are talking to you. So the only thing you need to do when you are actually going after your passion and your purpose is to start listening to yourself. And one of the best things is meditation. That has helped me, and it has helped so many other people in the world, that if you are not meditating and you have excuses on why you can't, you just have to try it. And once you try it, and the tricky part is when you start meditating and you start sitting still, it feels uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. Your body gets into panic and it's like, oh, no, I can't do this, and I have and all these weird things. The trick is that you just have to get back into the moment, and then your mind takes off, and then you realize, and then you get back in the moment and you rehearse this. And the more you do this, the more you bring your awareness back into the moment. You forget about the past, you forget about the future, back into the moment, back into the moment. You suddenly start to hear stuff. You can go and sit with an intention to find out something, and then it may appear. It doesn't always appear, but you start to get this inner sense of calm, and then you have these inner breakthroughs, and it starts to take on a whole life. And there's guided meditations, you can go and do all kinds of things, but the main purpose is to get back into the moment. And when you turn inwards, then you can also start to ignite your imagination. and you can go on these imaginary travels with guided meditations, and you have this, you can heal and you can do all kinds of things. But if you're not willing to surrender into the moment, to the unknown, because it feels uncomfortable, because it's so easy to run after the next thing and just fill your life with so much that you don't have time, and you have excuses and you just have to go, and then you wonder why you have anxiety and you have stress and you age very fast and you have all health conditions. It's because you don't stop. And only by stopping you can find your true purpose, and you can become more aware of yourself, because when you stop, it pauses, it resets, your brain start to actually shape. Joe Dispenza has made these really scientific studies about how the brain actually changes. It rewires itself just by meditating, just by sitting still, being in the moment. So when you start on this journey, remember to take one step at a time. Take everything as it comes. Sometimes it's really difficult. Sometimes you don't see at all. Sometimes you have super clear vision. When you have clear vision, write it down. Be like, okay, mental notes, write it down, put it in your phone, do something, create a project. You're gonna remember those things, and that will be a catalyst for actually keeping you in momentum and going towards your higher purpose and what you actually feel called to do in life. Because following passion and being in the moment, not thinking about the end product, thinking about the process, focusing on the process in the moment, that's when you find this sense of peace and purpose, because you know that everything you do is a step closer to what you want, but you're not too hung up, you're detached from the outcome, you are focusing on the progress itself. That's the whole point with life. Focusing on the here and now, doing what here and now is the thing that you can do. Then someday you will look back and you're like, wow, this is cool. I did all this. Wow. And that's what you want to aim for. You want to think, oh, when I'm 80 years old, what do I want to look back at and be like, yo, I was part of that process. Yo, that's so cool. Imagine you tell your grandkids that you were doing some kind of great thing that people remember, and you were just a tiny part of it, but still you were part of that process and it felt good. And then you have a deep sense of purpose. Go after it. I believe in you. I believe because I believe in me. That means I believe in you. We can all do this. We can all contribute to the greater whole. That's the point. That's where you will find your purpose, by serving the whole in your unique way. Don't compare yourself to others. Do it the way you feel called to do. And once you find that inner voice, let that be the compass. Don't let the noise, the external noise, distract you. And once you start listening to the inside, you start finding new things that resonate with you. If this message resonates with you, then you are probably on a path on expanding your awareness. You are interested in consciousness. You are interested in all these things. And maybe you want to do something similar. I don't know, but go and find out. Turn inwards, and I promise you, you will not regret it. My name is Mitz, your future purpose, here to help you find your own path, empower yourself, love yourself, and do what you are here to do. Thanks for watching. See you